world's most famous stand.
Salah to settle it! In front of the Kop!
Good morning, people. Good morning, people. I was supposed to do this last night. I was. But you know what? There was no good things I could say. So I've waited till the morning, right? And there's still no good things I can say. Big up to everyone who has been commenting. I appreciate it. Make sure that you are liking the video right now, of course. And make sure you subscribe to the Kop TV if you have not already. But guys, that is another defeat. It's another embarrassing defeat. And yet again, it's another defeat to Brighton. I actually said we'd lose this game, and we did. Unbelievable. Kazi, what is the key thing going wrong for Liverpool now? Let me know in the comments. Kazi saying, I think it's down to the tactics. The changes Klopp made to the formation roles in the summer have blunted TAA, Robertson, and Salah. And again, you know, we saw in the interview after the game last night, Klopp said that there is nothing more to be done in terms of transfer activity for Liverpool. He actually said this squad is all good. That was his actual words. Don't know if I can agree with that. Let me know in the comments if you agree. Why does he keep playing Gakpo as a striker when he plays left wing? This is the key frustration for me yesterday. When Núñez came on, we still saw him on the left wing, which I didn't understand fully. And to see Gakpo playing in that central position, 5 games now, 0 goals, 0 assists. It's clear to see that that isn't his natural position, and he does need to be back on that left-hand side. So tactically, all over the place, obviously, but also it's the formations as well that are kind of giving me a little bit of a headache at the minute, because we're clearly not playing the positions that our best players should be played in. When Robertson and Trent go forward, they leave way too much space in behind, and Klopp doesn't make the midfielders cover them. I agree with that again, Kazi. This match was depressing. It absolutely was depressing. And our midfield is killing our front three because they have to come back and help them because the midfield lose the ball a lot and so easy. Who do we get instead of Klopp? I don't think that is a question I'm prepared to answer right now, if I'm honest. I don't think it's something that we can, you know, think about really. I mean, we've got a lot of work to do in front of us right now, and a new manager just doesn't make sense right now. I mean, the results that we've been having in other clubs, you would maybe look to a new manager and change it up, but not the case with Liverpool. I think if there is one man that can turn it around, and I still say this every week, it is Klopp. But boy, I mean, at this stage right now, you know, it's a horrific season. A couple of things to read out that I again screenshotted last night to read out to you guys this morning, which don't look good. And this one is especially bad when you consider the fact that we still need midfield reinforcements. And I wanted to read a list to you of all the players that we've been linked with but haven't obviously bought. Tchouameni, Enzo, McAllister, Lema, Louise, Gravenberch, Manu Kone, Amrabat, Neves, Zakaria, Bellingham, Caicedo, Declan Rice, Thuram, Gavi, Núñez, Sander Berge, João Gomez, Tielemans, and Otavio. There are 20 midfield names there that I've just read out to you, and we're not getting any of them, people. Sorry about being late as well, by the way. I again, didn't want to even come on here last night, if I'm honest, after that shocking, pathetic performance as we crash out of the FA Cup and we lose to Brighton again. But I thought, let me digest it, let me sleep on it and come back to you in the morning, and here we are. Big up. I agree. Big up to Balaji. Yeah, I really do hope the season can end right now, to be honest. We know that Klopp isn't the problem. But at what point do we start looking at Klopp as the problem? That's the question I want to ask. We know a lot of Liverpool fans are happy, really, in saying that Klopp isn't the problem. But when do we actually say that he is the problem? And again, I'm not saying that's what I am saying now. But when do we say enough is enough? When? I mean, relegation, I don't know. It is a sad state of affairs. We've got hella injuries, as we know. And it's still so frustrating to not really be given a time frame for when we're going to see the likes of Firmino, Jota, and Diaz and Virgil back. We're looking at maybe 2 weeks, and we've got obviously a game on Saturday against Wolves away, which we we didn't struggle in it necessarily because we won the game, but we played there a couple of weeks ago, and that was a very difficult game as well. So I'm not looking forward to that again, if I'm honest. It's just poor, man. It's poor. I know I was late tonight, and I'm even later because it's this morning now. But there you go. Yes, apologies, Ali. Apologies, massive apologies. Join the Discord server, Discord, sorry, so we can chat. 100%. The Discord link is there and available for you guys to join. Please make sure you do. Kazi is a big member of that. TikTok. Yes, we know. Must be replaying Mitoma's goal on loop. Anybody there? Why so late? Gus must have ate the wires. Great shout from you. Joke Club, we are at the minute. We are. Maybe the internet is not working where they are. Can broadcast from. Patience is key in living a long and happy life. Big up to you, Court Green. 100%. Yeah, again. Tooth Merchant needs to get his act in order. I think he's talking about Klopp there, if I'm honest. Happy days. Not really, Tina. Big up to you. Good morning, though, and thanks for attending this morning. Thank you very much, Philip. And again, here is a Brighton fan. Do you feel when you come down to Brighton, you're just coming for your holidays and not playing football? Yeah, I'd much rather never play football there again. What I'd give to have Ginny Wijnaldum back, says Jungle is massive, 100%. Why is Cody in the middle when he's a winger and Darwin's on the bench? Going back in time like it's us playing Highway in the middle, Stevie Highway in the middle with Tosh on the wing. It's a good shout, mate. Very good shout. AGT, the fact is what happened to Klopp at Dortmund is what's happening to him now at Liverpool. Again, don't want to admit that, but it's not looking good, people, is it? I mean, from being 2 games away from completing an unprecedented quadruple, not even a treble, a quadruple last season. We were 2 games away from doing it all and having the best season ever in the history of English football. And now, when you look at things, it's a sorry sight. I mean, at the FA Cup, as holders, out of the League Cup as holders, 9th in the Premier League, and we've got Real Madrid in the Champions League. Now, I'm not pinning all of our hopes on a Champions League win because I don't think that's really necessarily a good thing because, again, is it setting it up for failure? But Real Madrid aren't playing well. They drew 0-0 last night to Real Sociedad. So we can beat them, but again, we're going to need some players back. We're going to need some new players. The same players that were playing so well last season are just simply not now. So where do we go from here, people? This is the question I want to ask you. Where do we go from here? Mitoma, that goal, unbelievable. Unbelievable goal. Again, sent Joe Gomez to the shops. There was a couple of times in that game, actually, that Mitoma absolutely sent Joe Gomez flying. I don't know why he committed so heavily in those blocks or tackles or whatever you wanted to call them because they weren't great. Oh, and Brighton deserved to win. Deserved to win. I mean, we were in the first half. Salah had one cleared off the line. Okay, maybe we're looking to start the game on the front foot, but then we cleared one off the line ourselves. So again, showing those defensive frailties once more, even with Alisson in goal. And then we get the first goal, which arguably was slightly against the run of play. It was a decent finish from Harvey Elliott, a Salah assist. So we're trying to take some positives here. 2 goals in 2 for Harvey in the FA Cup. A Salah assist again, starting to contribute a little bit more. But then before the second half, before the first half ends, it's 1-1. Again, a deflection, very unlucky, really. Is a good strike from Lamptey. Oh, it actually wasn't. It was on target, but it wasn't a great strike, and it deflects off Lewis Dunk and dunks on Alisson, and it's 1-1 before the second half. And then we come out the second half, and again, pathetic performance. I mean, I can. And my mic's unplugged, guys, as well. What more could you want from the Kop TV? Late, mics unplugged, rubbish performance. Oh, man. It's just not my morning this morning, guys. And it's not Liverpool's year this year so far. We keep playing rubbish in January. We were awful in January. Awful. Awful. Ever since Klopp's joined, we've been awful in January, and it continues, guys. But when the second half started, there was maybe an ounce of hope to say that maybe we can just get a 2-1 and get the hell out of here. I hate playing in Brighton. But as the second half went on, see, I'm tired. I'm tired of this shit. I know it's early in the morning. I probably shouldn't be swearing, guys, but I'm really, really tired of this mess that we've got ourselves into at Liverpool. I am in the mud. Totally in the mud. I'm broken, Craig. There's actually a pub in Liverpool called McGuffey's. Big up to you. I've been there. It's the only good thing right now. I get that he wants to rest the starting 3 centre mids, but anyone who thinks Milner is still capable of Jones being a professional footballer needs to be questioned. Exactly. Second half performance, that was pathetic. That's why I'm saying pathetic in the title. That was so pathetic. And let's not forget the massive chance Salah missed in the first half when he was through on goal and just scuffs it wide. What has happened to Mo Salah, people? What on earth has happened to Mo Salah? I just can't get over it. It's heartbreaking, really, when you see how close we were to everything last season. And this season, we just can't string 2 wins together, people. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. I wanted to read this out as well. A tweet that I saw from Adam Rowe last night. Big up to him. And by the way, guys, we will discuss Liverpool a lot more in depth tomorrow on the Hot Topics podcast. It'll be myself, Mario, and it will be Keo Music. Very much looking forward to having him on for the first time ever. And it will be Jake James as well. Again, another new person, a new face on the Kop TV. 2 new faces we're bringing on tomorrow to really talk about the Reds. So make sure you're around at 11:30 for that live stream. But this was a tweet from Adam Rowe yesterday. He says, and it's painful to read out because it's so true. This is Brighton without Caicedo and having lost Trossard, beating our current best 11 and never once looking likely to lose the game. And it's facts. That is facts, people. It really is. I mean, you couldn't get more factful than that. Caicedo, not even in the squad yesterday. Easily their best midfielder. Trossard, their highest goal scorer for the last few years. Not even in the squad. Obviously at Arsenal, where they look like they're going to win the league. It's hard to be positive right now, guys, and I'm trying to. I really am. I'm looking at maybe there was a good performance yesterday from Harvey. But again, I can't tell you more than that. Robertson was awful. Gomez, I don't know how he gave himself up that easily yesterday. Honestly, he looked poor. Fabinho should have had a red card, if we're being really honest. That was a red card. Ferguson looked like a bad injury, an Achilles injury. Hopefully that doesn't keep him out for too long, because for his own sake, he was scoring goals in a Brighton shirt very early on in his career. So it's a shame for him to go off. Fabinho knew as well what a bad tackle it was. And when you're making tackles like that, Fab, after coming on a minute earlier, you're in big trouble, mate. He almost walked off the pitch. To say, give me a red card. And that was after a minute. Konate, easily our best player yesterday. Easily. Kazi saying we need the brain. Zelicho Buvac back. He used to be the one that did all the work on the formations in trainings at meetings. Well, yeah, if we haven't got him, then it's definitely showing. Guapo saying Klopp said he loves the reaction of Hendo and Fabinho behind closed doors. Could you tell that there was a reaction when they came on? We're starting to look delusional, Alex. And you know what? Us as fans are starting to look delusional as well, because we're backing up and we're making excuses for this team that have got nothing left. These guys have nothing left. And I can't believe we're seeing something so poor from this team that once was so great. Konate maybe was the best player yesterday. If you wanted to maybe talk about one positive, maybe it was Konate. How can I get so stressed about something I can't control? I'm the same, bro. I'm just going to support. It's exhausting, though. I would definitely give Ben Doak a start, 100%. Big up to you, Colin. Harvey gave the ball away 4 times in the first 15. The goal covers the cracks. Konate, man of the match again. Alex, can we talk about Charlton's very own Ice Spice, aka Joe Gomez, back-to-back games, he's turning around and twerking for a Brighton goal. Yeah, that was not good to see. The fact that he turned his back on a shot, and Matoma's absolutely sent him to the shops. And you know, we need a centre back. We need maybe even two centre backs now. I was starting to think maybe 2 weeks ago when we first lost against Brighton 3-0, sorry, that we'd maybe need one centre back, but I now think we need two. I think we need two. And I think now it is time for Joe Gomez to leave the club in the summer. I think he gets a good club and a good deal out of it. But for Liverpool, that can't be the level that we're looking at right now in terms of how many goals we conceded. On aggregate this season, guys, it's 8-4 against Brighton, and we've still got to play them. Oh, no, I think we're done now. We are done. We've played them twice in the league. I was thinking we've only played them once and we've played them twice in 2 cups, but no, it felt like that because we've lost so painfully against them twice in the last 3 weeks. But no, that's all the games that we will play against Brighton now. But that's an 8-4 aggregate score, guys. That is an 8-4 aggregate score. Unbelievable. I do feel like Ian Bill right now. I've got nothing left. I really, really don't. So many off-form players, says Esther. Surely Klopp has to be questioned. Is it burnout? I think it is burnout, but then it's also not admitting when you need to reinvest. And for Klopp to say this squad is all good, I just don't agree with that statement because this squad isn't all good. Clearly it isn't. Frustrated, man, because I'll defend that man till the hills. And I will defend that man for most of the things he does because of what he's given us. But right now, I can't agree with that statement, guys. And let me know in the comments if you do. I can't agree with it. And I don't think this should happen either, but I do think something needs to happen. And I don't think it's Klopp leaving, but something needs to happen. I can't even tell you what that is right now because I don't know. I don't know how you turn this around, guys, because we've got the same players that did so well last year. Oh, this is horrible. Horrible stream to be doing on a Monday morning. Happy Monday morning to you guys at home, by the way. Big up to you for watching this as well. Where is Diaz? Still on the injury table, Ruvi. Yeah, a very good goal from Mitoma. Very similar to Welbeck. Maybe just slightly better than Welbeck's. But again, Joe Gomez has been done twice in 2 weeks by the same goal. Thought he would have learned the first time, but no. I'm tired of this shit, man. I'm tired, guys. I am tired of this shit that I'm watching every week. It's poor. It's outrageous. It's the same pants performances every week from the same players. Oh, man, this is horrible. What do you think of Matoma's goal? Yes, we just spoke about that. AGT Klopp got millions last summer and knew he was in for a midfielder and went all in for Nunes, says Tina. My jaw dropped when Klopp's dropped when we conceded. When we concede with that all good, says Algawapo. This one, I mean, we had to go in for a striker. We did need a striker in the summer. I do believe that, considering the fact that we sold Minamino, sold Origi. We had to replace him with at least one. And I don't think we can say, oh, look, we got Nunes when we should have got a defender or a midfielder. Or, look, we got Gakpo when we should have got a midfielder or a defender. We should have got both. It's not about the one or the other. Liverpool Football Club can afford to do both. But yet we're sitting here being fed lies that we can't afford it. And it's starting to really get to me now because there's no tactics, like Angel says here. No plan, no investment from FSG. Freestyle football with aging players and a manager who looks bewildered. The future does look bad. And we should have had 2 red cards. I think Konate probably was lucky to not get one. And Fabinho. Can we sign Mitoma, as we did Minamino, another Japanese player? Oh, man, again, yawning. Because I'm tired. I went to bed as soon as this match finished last night, guys. I hope you know that. As soon as it finished, I was asleep. Got nothing left. I've got nothing left. I've never been this negative on a Kop TV stream, by the way. Liverpool need a very good midfielder and we need Manny back. Not going to happen. What happened to FSG selling up? We still don't know, do we? We're under the carpet, really, when it comes to knowing things about our club. We're pushed right under the carpet. We don't know. No one knows what's going on with FSG selling up. No one knows what's going on with transfer targets. No one knows what's happening with injuries, how long they're supposed to be out for. We're just not privy to this information. It's getting to the point now where unless we see some real answers, something will change, and it's not going to be good, guys. I'm scared. I am scared. Big up to Don Arsenal TV enjoying himself. He's having fun. He's living life right now. Arsenal top of the league, flying. And we're here. It's poor. Yes, we know we're playing Real Madrid in the Champions League in February. That's a couple of weeks away now, and it doesn't look like we're going to win that game either, if I'm honest. That's the only time that we've got to be a little bit hopeful is our last competition that we're in is the Champions League. But when you're playing against Real Madrid, considering how poorly they played against Atletico in the Super Copa final recently, and they still managed to win that 3-1. So we're in trouble. We are in trouble. Time for Fabinho to go, which begs the question, if it's time for Fabinho to go, that's one. The Ox is going, Keita will be going, probably Milner will be going as well. Still got Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, Thiago. So if you're saying that Fabinho should go, then obviously Keita is going, Ox is going, and Milner might go. That's 4. So how many do you need to bring in if you're letting 4 go? So much work to be done, man. I think FSG don't want to help. They're just thinking about money and how to sell the club. Liverpool deluded. Thank you very much. Why buy Gakpo when you need a midfielder? Reminds me of Wenger buying winger when we needed a DM. Again, I would agree with you there, mate, because at the minute it's just not good enough. It totally is not good enough. Can we at least do a loan deal before the deadline? Listen, we tried that with Artemelo and it didn't work. I think FSG won't invest big money. The reason is simple. They want to sell the club, so why would they spend any? It's true. The season is a season to forget. I hope we make the top 4 at least. Again, I can't even see that happening at the minute when we're playing like that. Fabinho, Ox, Keita, Milner all have to go. He won't sell Hendo, Jones, Bajcetic and Thiago. Incoming Tyler Morton prop this summer. It's horrible, guys. And if you are a Liverpool fan, I hope you feel my pain right now, because in just every single department, we look shot to pieces. We can't score goals. We can't stop conceding goals. We've got nothing off the bench, really. We're playing players out of position. We're getting beat by teams a lot worse than us. With all due respect, on paper, they are. But in real life, they're not. They're absolutely on form and showing us that paper doesn't mean anything. And I would, if I could click my fingers right now and have the season finished, I would do that, people. But what we're seeing is just so far away from what we saw last season. And there is nothing positive to say right now about Liverpool, is there really? I'm trying to give you that positive outlook and say, well, no, there's still good things that are going to happen this season for Liverpool. But I genuinely can't be positive for you right now. That might make some fans happy. It might, obviously, it gives a lot of people a lot of ammo to hit Liverpool with, and we deserve it right now. We deserve to be getting bantered because we're so far off it, guys. We are so far off it. It hurts to admit. It really does hurt to admit. A couple more comments and then we'll see it out. This is the type of owners SOS would rather keep than have Qatar. What a bunch of ... And by the way, we're going to speak in depth tomorrow about that Spirit of Shankly statement. We're going to speak in depth about where do we go from here, what is happening. It's very concerning, man. Salah. The mic keeps breaking, which is probably a sign to finish the show as well. Everything's not working. These are the type of owners. Yep, we read that one out. No, don't be angry, AGT. You're a nice guy. I hope things turn around coming from an Arsenal fan. Be up to you, Mohammed. You're a nice guy. If I was Kelleher, I would leave, not getting any game time. So would I. Go and look it up, please. Chega Geos says we're all hurting at the minute, but things are what they are. Let's try and be level-headed about things, though. The club and the team will get sorted, just not going to happen yet. Love y'all. Well, we love you as well, mate, but obviously we're not loving these performances at the minute. And Saeed says, make the season over. And I would agree. So let's round it up for you guys. Liverpool lose very recently in the in the League Cup to Man City. Out of that as holders. Lose yesterday as the FA Cup holders to Brighton again for the second time in 2 weeks as they batter us twice at the Amex in the Premier League and the FA Cup in the space of 2 weeks. And this weekend, we've got Wolves away. I'm not looking forward to that. And then after that, We've got Everton at home. They're going to have the new manager bounce. Of course they are, which means we'll probably lose that as well. And then, of course, we've got Real Madrid in the Champions League. And if I'm really honest, if I had to give a match prediction or a score prediction now, we're going to lose that as well. So I'm really worried, guys. I am very, very worried right now. Big up to all the Man United fans in the chat right now. They're loving life as well. Enjoy your Monday, Alex. Got to be positive regardless of our shambolic club. And there you go. It does sound depressing, but that's the truth. Unfortunately, that is the realistic outlook on how the next month is going to go. If I'm honest, I honestly thought at least we get one player minimum in this window. We did. We got Cody Gakpo, but again, not the player that we needed. And if we're really honest, after 5 games, what have we seen of him? Who cares about the FA Cup? Me. I wanted to win the FA Cup, but we've just lost to a team that are above us in the Premier League. So there you go. People, I'm sorry about being late. I didn't want to come on, if I'm honest. I didn't want to come on. It's the first time ever on the Kop TV where I've actually not wanted to come on. So I waited till this morning. I was even late for that as well. I didn't want to come on this morning. But if you want to catch more of me being depressed, then head over to DR Sports, because at midday we will have the weekend wrap-up show for you. And I'm sure I'm going to be getting absolute abuse on there as well. So all good. Liverpool are absolutely pants right now, and I will have to hold it. I will have to hold it. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow on Hot Topics live at 11:30. All the best.
Thanks for watching the video, guys. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stands, for a lot more Liverpool content.
Remember to check out our Shopify store for this beauty and much more. It's the new Luchito's Way Diaz t-shirt based on Luis Diaz and Carlito's Way. It's out now. Designed